Hey there, James here. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to another one of my lessons. Now, in today's Lick of the Week video, I'm going to show you a really cool lick. Very similar to something which Matthias Jabs from the Scorpions plays on the band's awesome track Blackout from the album Blackout in the 80s. And this lick's got some really cool little devices in there, which I know you're going to love to take and create a bunch of your own cool licks with it. So in this video, I'll show you the scale the lick's coming from. I'll break the lick down for you, show you how to play it bit by bit, and show you what to do with it to come up with some licks of your own. By the end of this lesson, you'll have a handy little bit to add into your rock souling vocab. So anyway, let's start by hearing the lick over a backing track, and then we'll look at the scale it comes from, and then I'll show you how to play it. So that's what the lick sounds like. Now it's coming from the E minor pentatonic scale up around the 12th fret, but Matthias is extending the scale a little bit to reach some higher notes. So let's have a look at exactly how he's doing that. So I'm sure you know your basic E minor pentatonic scale up at the 12th fret. But one of the really cool things about this lick is we can kind of extend the scale shape to reach some higher notes. And this is what we're doing at the end of the lick, where we're doing this kind of fast little pull off and hammer on move. So instead of just going 12 to 15 on the B string, we can also reach this 12th fret on the high E string. We can play that same note up here at the 17th fret on the B string. So we can almost play 3 notes on this string. And on the high E string, we can reach up to 17 and play a higher note on that string too. So we get 12, 15, 17 on the high E string. So in a way, we've got a scale shape which does this. In the second half of this lick, you'll be seeing a couple of cool ideas that you can do with this scale shape to come up with some nice ideas. But for starting off with this lick, we're going to play this repeating bending idea. So let's zoom in close now and have a look at how we play that. It's a repeating 4-note phrase. We're playing the 12th fret on the high E string, 15 on the B string, which is pulling off down to 12 on the B string. Then we're bending the G string up at 14, 2 frets. Now I would use my second finger for this. So the basic lick is this. But with this lick, what we're going to do is we're going to play that 5 times, and this is going to give us an interesting kind of rhythm. If I play it for you, you'll hear what I mean. So it goes 2, 3, 4. And we end on that top note there. So we play that lick 5 times, and just check out the rhythm of it, because that's important for your success with this lick. So one more time, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then play that last note there. So play that bending figure 5 times, add the last note on, and then you're ready for the rest of the lick. And one more time. Okay, so now let's zoom in and look at how we play the rest of this lick. So we're going to be doing some stretchy ideas coming from this pentatonic pattern. And there's basically 3 little ideas. We join them together, and that gives us this part of the lick. Now the first one is this. We're reaching up to 17 on the high E string with our little finger, pulling off to our first finger at 12. Then onto the B string, we're going to pull 15 off to 12 on the B string, 3rd to 1st finger. And then on the G string, 14 pulls off to 12. Now this stretch might be a bit tricky at first, but I really would suggest you persevere with this fingering that I'm showing you, because I think you're going to find it's going to work best of all once you get the idea. So that's the first phrase there. Picking wise, I would pick down, up, up. You can see what a great way it is just to extend your pentatonic pattern and come up with some licks which otherwise you wouldn't be able to play. So that's the first little idea there. Now for the second phrase, we're going to reach up to 17 on the high E string. We're going to pull it off to our first finger at 12 again. Then go onto the B string, do the exact same thing. and then use your second finger on 14 on the G. Picking is exactly the same. So here's what we've got so far. 3, 4, and. 4, and. The final little bit, we're going to play 17 pulling off to 12, then 15 off to 12 again on the B string. So that's what we get when we put those phrases together. Here it is one more time. 3, 4. Now to finish the lick off, we're going to come up to 17 on the high E string. We're going to bend it up 2 frets, let it down and pick it, and then bend again. So here's the second half of the lick, including the bend. 2, 3, 4. And I'll put the first part on, and here's the whole lick. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's how you play the lick, but bear in mind that this is just one example of the kind of things that you can play with some of these ideas. And I think there's some really useful material in this lick which you can take and start experimenting with and coming up with some of your own ideas. I mean, you've got the bending idea at the start, which is cool. It's always useful to have licks like that in your trick bag. But really, well, the most sort of important bit I think to experiment with it is this stretchy idea, because this is a really cool way to extend your basic blues scale or pentatonic shades and come up with some stuff which you might not normally think of playing. So the best thing to do is take those sort of stretch ideas from this lick and see if you can just change them a bit and adapt them to come up with some of your own ideas. Put over a jam track, play around with them and see what you can come up with. So that's what I was just doing there. I mean, you know, some of it went better than others, but I was really just trying all sorts of little ideas to thinking, yeah, I could do that. I could try that with it. I could do this with it. You know, and sometimes you find something, you go, you can't quite play something as well as you want to play it, but that's all right. This is how you experiment and uncover new stuff to use in your playing. So take that stretchy idea, see what you can do with it, because I'm sure you'll find it can be a little bit of a goldmine for some new soloing ideas. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Good luck with this lick. Remember to hit that subscribe button under this video, because I'm publishing at least one video like this every week, and I don't want you to miss any of the future videos. Got loads of rock, metal, blues, country rock, all sorts of different things coming your way. So do subscribe so you catch all my next future lessons. And if you've got a lick which you'd like to see a video on, whether it's by a certain player or a lick from a certain solo or a lick using a certain scale or anything, do put it in the comments below, because I do check all my comments. And if I can, if I think it's going to be interesting to people, I will help you out. Other than that, good luck with this lick. Remember to experiment, get some cool stuff from it, and enjoy the rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. So take care, and I'll see you then.